Brandon Brown had a sponsor, and then he didn't, and now we don't know. Let's find out what I'm talking about. Coming up next. Before we get started, if you're not subscribed, hopefully I will earn that subscription today. Okay, I hope everybody had a happy New Year's, and I hope you're having a happy New Year's Day today. Brandon Brown had a sponsor for a little bit. Then he didn't have a sponsor 6 hours later because NASCAR said that the car wasn't approved. So let's get into the whole situation. Unless you've been living under a rock, Brandon Brown won the Talladega race and then was being interviewed at the start-finish line. And the crowd chanted F Joe Biden, and Kelly Stavis tried to save the interview by saying, oh, look, they're chanting, let's go Brandon. And from there, this thing has taken on a life of its own. People who are anti-Biden have been chanting, let's go Brandon. And it probably would have gone away in a few weeks, but Biden supporters, for whatever reason, really did not like this chant. They found it disrespectful, which is just weird because every president since the history of presidents has had somebody probably say that about them. But for whatever reason, they didn't like this, and they have no idea about the Streisand effect. So when they showed that they really hated this, and then they tried to get people to stop saying it, the more you try to get people to stop saying something or to just deny the presence of it, the bigger it becomes. That is the Streisand effect. So here we are, something that probably would have gone away in a few weeks. They've exacerbated it and made it bigger by telling people not to say it. And unfortunately, because of that, Brandon Brown has caught himself in this sort of crossfire where he's in the middle of it and really had absolutely nothing to do with it. No matter what his take is on it or not, he's the guy that's in the middle of it. Let's look at his quote. Brown has stated in a Newsweek op-ed that he declined numerous media requests in the coming months, confessing that he was afraid of being canceled by my sponsors or by the media or being caught up in something that has little to do with me. The unfortunate part is, it's my name and my career that are at stake, and the risk is high. If I do something wrong in this arena, my name as a driver falls off very fast. Even a career in NASCAR, if I didn't make it as a driver, trying to get another job in the community, I'm always going to be the Let's Go Brandon guy. I'm always going to be known for that and how I handled this situation. And so basically, he was targeted. He couldn't get a sponsor, so he tried to distance himself from it. He also tried to distance himself from it because Steve Phelps basically told him to. Let's take a look at that Steve Phelps quote. Steve Phelps at the end of the year at Phoenix said, "We do not want to associate ourselves with politics, the left or the right. We obviously have, and we've always had, as a sport, tremendous respect for the office of the president, no matter who is sitting. I think it's an unfortunate situation. Do we like the fact that it kind of started with NASCAR and it's gaining ground elsewhere? No. We're not happy about that, but we will continue to make sure we have respect for the office of the president." So I have a problem with Steve Phelps' quote here. I think he's completely full of crap. He let drivers in the past run political sponsors, right? Corey LaJoie ran the Trump 2020 on his car, and Bubba Wallace ran the Black Lives Matter on his car. So if he's going to let those drivers run those cars with their political slogans, which in my opinion, both of those cars should be allowed to run. You should be allowed to put whatever slogan you want to on your car as long as there, are no cuss words in it. It's not offensive to children. So, I think he's got no ground to stand on here. So I don't know why all of a sudden Let's Go Brandon is off limits. And not for nothing, let's look at the actual sponsor itself. It's the Let's Go Brandon coin, a cryptocurrency, which is peak 2021, even though we're in 2022 now. Like, this is the most peak 2021 mess of all time because it's political and it involves crypto coins. Two things I really hate talking about, so I really hate starting the year off like this. But, oh my goodness, I hope this is the last time I have to talk about Let's Go Brandon or cryptocurrency. And just from that perspective, Bitcoin and Dogecoin have been on race cars, so they can't say it's because they don't want cryptocurrency in the Cup Series either. So nothing that Steve Phelps is saying should prevent him from having the sponsor, in my opinion. This is just a complete and total. NASCAR doesn't want this on a car, and it's stupid, and they have no reasoning for it. Just like every other decision NASCAR makes, it's this rule for this guy, and this rule for this guy, and this rule for that guy. It's just all over the place. It's so peak NASCAR. So we're going to get the all over the place judgments from NASCAR to start off 2022. All right, that is all I've got for you today. If I earned that subscription, make sure you hit that button down below to subscribe. If you got a comment, leave it down in the comments section. As always, be respectful when we're talking about stupid stuff like this, because at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal. And other than that, thanks for your time. Peace.